What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Taste Tuesday on Tastily Gaming Show, where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy. And I'm Chris.
And quick reminder to play this week our Plus Club games, which are Life is Strange and Killing Floor 2. Both offer free on PlayStation Plus right now. Go download them if you have not yet. Play them. Come back this Friday. We'll be talking about our opinions on them. Let us know yours. And our game of the month, which is just about to change today, is Grim Dawn. But we'll be talking about that next week on the Tastecast. So make sure to play that if you want to, and if you played already, come back. We're going to be discussing our experience with it. Let us know yours. And yeah, we're going to be rolling for our new game of the month. For what month are we going into?
July.
4th of July is coming. So yeah, with that, let's find out what our game of the month is going to be for July.
So for July, we have Rainbow Six Siege.
Cool. I have not played that since it came out. I really liked it, so it'll be cool to return to that and see what the fuck's going on with it.
I have been waiting for this game to pop up.
Yeah. No, it's funny because we have a list compiled, and we've been doing the game of the month thing for a while now, just kind of play these back burner games that we're not playing but want to play. And a lot of the times, the games that pop up aren't shooters. Typically,
yeah.
I mean, well, Killing Floor 2 is not even, that's a Plus Club game. Although I think we did have
it.
Yeah. But most of the games we have are like isometric games and a bunch of weird things. So I was looking at the list and we got a lot of shooters starting to build up. So we're probably going to be playing some shooters here for the next couple months, which is fun. I love shooters. So yeah, thoughts on Siege?
I bought it when it came out and I never played it because I just had so much other things to play. And I remember playing in it was an open beta. No, it was closed beta.
Closed beta. Signed up for you.
And I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I have no idea like the kind of stuff they've added in a year of content now. So that'll be exciting.
They've added a shitload of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to hop in and do some of the AI stuff to kind of warm up again.
Yeah.
And figure that out. Should be fun though. That it even offers that is awesome. We can not have to play against people even though I want to because I'm competitive as fuck. But yeah, with that we have 3 bits of news. It's kind of a shitty week, but there's also some pretty big news that came out. Yeah, so our first bit of news, Microsoft has come out and said that the Xbox One X will automatically download 4K games, downloads, updates, all that stuff, regardless of what kind of TV you have. This is not the same for the S. The S won't do this, but apparently the Xbox One X will. Even if you don't have it, have a 4K TV. What do we think about essentially them forcing you to download 4K content, regardless of if you have the stuff to do it or use it?
I understand the mindset just because I'm sure in their eyes, people are buying that console for 4K gaming. I think they're kind of ignoring the demographic who might just be buying it for a more powerful console, though.
Yeah. Especially when they talked about, they're like, even if you don't have a 4K TV, this will up-res your games to make them look better, even better than your 1080p.
Yeah. And the only negative I even have to say about that is hardware space. Otherwise, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just weird that it's not like, even if it was a toggle, like, yes, download 4K patches automatically. No, don't do it. I mean,
I will say I don't know why they don't have like a thing you go into the settings of your Xbox and just switch on 4K content download on and off. And if it's off, just download the normal stuff. Just jumping in, to me, this seems kind of lazy. I'm not like upset about it. I'm not angry or whatever. I do think it does suck that if you don't have a 4K TV, you're downloading bigger files. So that means more hard drive space is being taken up for stuff you're not going to be utilizing. And the download speeds are probably going to be slower because the files are going to be bigger. Which isn't that big a deal. But it sucks. You're downloading the stuff you're not even going to be using. And yeah, it just screams to me that they could do that option. And they probably will. But they haven't done it, and it seems like they're kind of unapologetic about it, which I don't think they necessarily need to be like, we're sorry, we're doing this to you. But
I'll say at the end of the day, this is all nitpicky.
Exactly. But yeah, hopefully they do implement something soon. By the time all this stuff comes out, that will allow you to opt out of that if you don't have it. But you're right, they are definitely, I mean, if you're buying this thing, they're probably assuming you are looking for that higher quality and you already have the 4K TV and all that shit, even though they're not as common as they should be by now.
Well, you know what happens when you assume you make an ass out of you and me.
Always assuming. Always making an ass out of us.
And I just had a revelation that the name of the new console, Xbox One X, acronym is Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that. But
It's also a lot of X's.
Yeah, it's too many X. It's a triple X.
But I think it's dumb to just not give people the option to choose what they want to download. Like, I don't understand.
Well, it is Microsoft, and
Oh, yeah.
they are not
a great
fans of allowing.
Giving you choices.
I was gonna say a freedom, and Apple's just as bad. They're both companies that want you in proprietary things. So
Microsoft is the company that's like most places are like, you want this update, and you're like, yeah, maybe, yeah, no. Even my Android will ask me like 3 times before it forces me to do anything. So it gives me that illusion that I have a choice. But Microsoft's like, we're giving you this, and you're like, well, I don't want that. They're like, you're getting this. This update's happening.
Yeah.
You don't have Windows 10, it's happening. We're gonna get you that Windows 10 because we want you to have Windows 10. You need it. Because we need to watch you. We need to know what you're doing.
I don't know. It just creates a better customer experience when you're allowed to have the choice of downloading one or the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, you might have an Xbox One X and not have a 4K TV.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty common case for sure.
flip side to you might want more options is there is going to be a large demographic of people, because it is a console and not a PC, that want a streamlined experience.
Mm-hmm.
And having that stuff automatic is streamlined, to play at devil's advocate a little here. So
Sure. And with the whole having the option, if it's on default 4K, that would even be fine too. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even trying to talk shit. I'm just like, that's weird.
it's just a strange choice.
It's just odd.
So,
there's nothing negative here. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, if you have a 4K TV and you bought the Xbox One X and you're utilizing it for what it's made for, you're golden. Things are going to go great for
don't
you.
even have to think about it. It just works.
Yeah. And second bit of news.
So Naoki, probably said that wrong.
Naoki
Yoshida, or as most people who play the game know him as Yoshi P. Final Fantasy XIV fame, has brought up that he is interested in bringing the MMORPG to the Switch and the Xbox One. He's quoted saying, "Would love for as many players to be on Final Fantasy XIV as possible. Conversations have been had with Phil Spencer of Microsoft and upper management teams of Nintendo. However, the game has to have the capability of cross-platform play, and the hurdle of essentially they want to be able to patch the game whenever they want, and consoles generally have a cert." And it goes into that, and then it goes into the full patch of the system, usually on Tuesdays. So they want more freedom. What do you guys think of all this?
First off, I think it's really interesting that he calls Phil Spencer out by name, but then with Nintendo, it's like upper management. It's like, who do you talk to? He's like walk in.
He said team. It's a team of people.
I just feel like he went in there and like a group of janitors came up and he's like, "Hey, we want to put this on the Switch," and they're like, "We'll let them know when we see him." No, I think it'd be cool. The biggest thing I'm thinking about here is if it did happen, how cool it'd be to be able to play Final Fantasy XIV on our mobile.
Yeah,
I could take it anywhere. Can it access internet? Like, no, it doesn't have cellular service. But you can still connect to Wi-Fi and stuff and hotspot, yeah. So,
God,
that
lagging out my game.
I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be dope, especially if you're really into the game and like maybe you have multiple accounts you're playing on your PC at your house, and then you got to go and you're like, I'm taking this with me. I don't know how long you'd be able to play, but yeah, it'd be cool. And yeah, just. Again, we talk about this all the fucking time. Making the community bigger is a good thing. The Xbox One makes sense. It's already on PS4. Plays fine on PS4. I have it on PS4 and PC. I obviously prefer on PC. But But yeah, there's no reason it shouldn't be on Xbox aside from server stuff. Yeah, I'll stop babbling.
It's always nice to have cross-platform gameplay, but it's very difficult between PCs and consoles. As we've said, that the patching causes a problem. A lot of companies aren't very friendly with that process. I mean, look at Warframe and their PC versus PS4 version. There's two different games, basically.
Yeah.
It's ambitious to try to force them to do that. I
They've done
don't
it
see
before.
it likely because console companies tend to be so no, my schedule, not yours. But
Those janitors at Nintendo are just like that too. Like, you know how many toilets I got cleaned tonight? The fuck?
Well, and like I said, they've done it before. Final Fantasy XI was on, on Xbox and on PlayStation and PC, and cross-played between the three of them. So it's not that they can't do it. It's they don't.
Was the
necessarily want
360 one? Was that playing with the other ones?
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep.
How the fuck they worked that one out?
to. Yeah. Now my nitpick here would be we're very nitpicky this episode apparently.
This is the nitpick episode. We don't have any news.
I don't want to see it on Switch.
You
I
don't?
agree.
No, and not because of any thing against the Switch or the portability of it. I think that'd be amazing. But Final Fantasy just ditched PS3. When Stormblood came out, I believe was the end of the PlayStation 3's capability of playing the game anymore.
Wait, it was on PS3?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the big reason for that was essentially being able to expand some of the game's features
And not be limited by
by the hardware.
Okay.
The Switch, I feel, maybe not currently would be an issue, but very shortly would
I
be
would
an
say
issue.
that's important to say because at first I was like, you can fucking just turn the graphics down. But yeah, as the game progresses into the future, they might have to ditch the Switch.
So the big one that he brings up when he talked about one of the big reasons for ditching PS3 was mount speed. I'm sure you've all noticed that the mount speed is a lot faster now.
Cruising.
That's because the PS3, if you were to travel that fast, the hardware wouldn't be able to process the terrain fast enough.
PS3 is straight brick.
So, as pretty much. So, yeah, for that reason, I would hate to see it on Switch. Otherwise,
That's fair.
Yeah.
First, I'm like, why are you hating?
well, I'm not. I would actually love to see it on the Switch if the Switch actually had modern console stats in it.
I was
But
about to borrow.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was about to borrow a Ted fucking argument and be like, do we not want it on the Switch?
That's the problem I think you run into with MMOs on cross-platform with consoles in general, is that eventually the consoles can't keep up with the PCs, and either the game suffers from it or the consoles can no longer play them.
Yeah.
And that's my only problem. I mean, it's great to expand the community, but eventually you're going to get kicked out. Eventually. Either by your own console's lack of ability to play the game, or just eventually, I think that's eventually what it's really going to come down to, is that your console won't be able to keep up with the game anymore.
yeah, the only workaround for that is what Warframe did, which is having separate versions.
Yeah, and then you break up the community.
Yep.
And if the rumors are true, fucking PS5's come out in 2018. It's going to leave everyone behind. That's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah, overall, I agree. I think obviously expanding to other consoles if they can make it work is awesome. The Switch is an interesting one. I'd like to see it on there, but at the same time, I get why you don't, because it is essentially slowing down the progress of the game itself.
Yeah.
And it would suck to just see some people play it on Switch for a year or two and then go well, you guys can't play it anymore because we don't want to wait for you anymore we don't want to develop low-end shit for you.
Well, especially with him saying that he still has plans for at least 2 more expansions. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy considering how often do the expansions come out? It seems like every couple years or years.
The first one came out quite a bit into the Life Fit, and then Stormblood came out pretty quickly. So
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. All right, list on the comments. I'm curious if you actually do comment. Do you want to see on Switch? Do you agree with Chevy's whole thing about Switch kind of bogging it down, or do you not give a fuck? Would you rather see it on there anyway? Let me know. But third bit of news, the big news. Super NES Classic has been confirmed, announced, and it's coming out in September for $80. It's going to come with 2 controllers and a bunch of games, which I'm going to list right now. Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3,
6.
F-Zero, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana,
Yes!
Star Fox, Star Fox 2. Apparently, you have to beat the first level in Star Fox to access Star Fox 2. So I think it's kind of interesting that they have a kind of meta game in there for that. And we'll talk about that in a sec. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. Is that what it was called on there?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Hyper Fighting.
There's like 4 of them.
Oh, we had it on Genesis. It had a different name.
Super Castlevania 4. Right? That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Fucking difficult game. Super Mario Kart. Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. Super Mario World. Super Metroid. Super Punch-Out.
Super.
And Yoshi. I'm saying super so much. I'm starting to lose its meaning. And Yoshi's Island. There will also be a USB AC adapter for $20 at launch as well that you can purchase. I'm still confused on what the hell that even means. So if you can clarify that for me, do it, please. So yeah, what do we think about the price point when it's going to be released? That exists, the diverse games that are involved, and Star Fox 2.
I am so fucking excited for this. Do you know how hard it is to find the Secret of Mana anywhere?
It's hard.
It's
Aside
like
from emulators.
nigh impossible. I've even gone to game stores and they said, even if we had it, I wouldn't sell it to you. I would buy it myself. I was like, well, you're a piece of shit.
I worked at a game retailer when they sold those kind of games, and we did that shit all the time.
The $80 price point, I think, is fair, especially for the types of games you're getting. I mean, these are my childhood games. This is what I played growing up. Almost all of these games I've played. I will be there at midnight waiting for this game, cash in hand, beating people out of my way to get this console. So excited.
Fucking A. Oddly enough, the first one came out, the NES Classic, and I thought it was a neat thing. I'm like, oh, cool. There's a bunch of companies out there that make these Raspberry Pi boxes you essentially can buy and play an emulator. But seeing it was the classic look to it and stuff like that was really neat. They're doing the same thing here, but this one actually is more interesting to me just because, first off, Super Nintendo, which I have a bigger affinity for, but the game collection is actually really cool. I mean, every single game on there is good, which is really surprising. I mean, they picked some really good ones, and they also emphasized RPGs, which is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Pretty RPG heavy console, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool that they're showing kind of the wealth of what was on that console by not just doing platform or something like that. $80 is fair. 2 controllers is awesome that they're even putting a second controller in there.
They have to. They have all those racing games.
Yeah, but they don't have to. They could just sell you a second controller. So I'm glad they didn't go that route. It's actually commendable. And then, Star Fox 2. We'll talk about that as a separate topic. But Chevy, thoughts?
It is a very good list of games.
Mm-hmm.
I am not even remotely excited for this.
Yeah.
It does nothing for me. I still have my Super Nintendo. I have
3
games for it.
Damn, give me one.
There's also other ways to play these games that are more convenient. Yeah. It's cool. I do think it's great. I think there's definitely an audience for it, as the last one they brought out showed. I think this will actually have a larger audience because I think more people, like you said, have an affinity for the Super Nintendo. I think they should have dropped the price to $60 and sold the second controller as an extra instead.
Yeah. Yeah, or do 2 different types, like the 2 controller bundle and the one. But
that slows down production, and they had problems last time.
You're right. So. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Yeah. So super excited. I'm definitely interested. It's the first time I'm actually considering maybe buying one. It's fucked up. I kind of want to get one just because I want to have one. Be like, haha, I have one, you don't. I'll fucking pre-order on Amazon. I'll get it. It'll be fine.
You should pre-order it.
Yeah, you're gonna want to. They're saying they're gonna be doing bigger production than the
Yeah,
last
sure,
one,
whatever.
but it's Nintendo, so fucking. What does that mean? 2 more consoles than the last one. Last time there was 1,000. There's 1,002 this time. Yeah, and so I want to talk about Star Fox 2 a little bit though, because that's an interesting one and something that you don't have access to in other more convenient ways of playing.
Until that launches.
Until launches, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Stop being right. This whole episode is just nitpicking and Chevy being right. It's not my kind of episode. I like being right. It's interesting because Star Fox 2 originally was obviously made for the Super Nintendo. They actually, I forgot the company's name, but Nintendo had them make the second one.
Right.
They pretty much finished the fucking game, and then Nintendo just didn't release it. And I believe they got shafted on the pay too because of so it's kind of fucking weird. And I don't know how I feel about it because I'm excited to see what the fuck. Like, that's kind of legendary, man. Like, fucking Star Fox 2 was supposed to come out. I remember reading like Nintendo Power when I was a kid, and they showed pictures of it. I was like, oh fuck, Star Fox 2's coming out.
For our younger audience, those are magazines.
Yeah, they're made of paper. There's still some in existence.
They come to you monthly.
They used to actually sometimes come with VHS tapes too, which is essentially a plastic box that you put in another plastic box.
VHS tape with yours? I never got VHS tapes.
Dude, oh yeah, I got the premium shit.
Holy shit.
There was all this weird shit with it. Yeah, so anyway.
We're old.
Yeah, we're old as fuck. Old as fuck.
No, we're not.
And yeah, so I mean, like, it's crazy to me because, like, it's literally like going back in time almost for me because I remember seeing that and never came out. I was like, what the fuck? And then as I got older, I found out what happened there, and now it's actually coming out. A game that should have, like, it's like if there was a sequel to fucking Zelda that's supposed to come out for Super Nintendo, never did, and then it's coming out now in 2017. So that's really fucking cool. But at the same time, I still feel bad for the guys who made this game.
I bet you they still don't see a dime, too.
Oh, I guarantee it. Now they're not going to make any money off this, which is bullshit.
It's a long con.
Yeah, it's fuck. It's
They
insane.
planned this the whole time.
That's a long con. That's the longest con, man. Those Nintendo janitors fucking just
They're evil fuckers, man.
yeah, with their brooms and plungers.
Nintendo during the day is the Mario, and the janitors at night are Wario.
Wow.
They just go around. Wow.
We're getting off topic a lot. But yeah, I'm really excited to see Star Fox 2. It's really crazy to me, but at the same time, I feel guilty and bad that it's coming out because they're not going to see any money from this. So, and they got fucked bad. So, but not to be too negative about it. It's cool. I can't wait to see it. Thoughts on Star Fox 2?
I'm actually kind of interested to see what that game is like, just because of the fact that I really liked Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, and I liked the one on 64. It was just way too easy in comparison for some reason. I don't know why the game got easier to play, but
3D.
It was technically 3D on the Super Nintendo.
Better 3D.
So yeah, I especially because there was no like huge delay obviously between production of these games, so the mindset of the first game was still there. I'm curious because I really did enjoy that game.
Mm-hmm.
Secret of Mana.
It has nothing to do with Star Fox.
Super Mario RPG.
That's the perfect answer. What's your thoughts on Star Fox 2, Secret of Mana? Okay. It is a good game, for sure.
I am
love that
excited for a new generation of people to be able to play Super Mario RPG, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that's really cool, too, is like a lot of those games, a lot of younger people probably haven't played.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Yeah. And those are like legendary games, man. Like, there's a shitload of them on there.
Star Fox 2.
Welcome back.
He was lost in thought, man. What do you think about Secret of Mana?
I don't know. It's kind of controversial because the original company didn't make any money off of it. So, or the developers didn't make any money off of it, and buying this is kind of like rewarding Nintendo for that kind of shady business.
Keeping them assets for fucking like 20 some years, or the hell?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're not confirmed that they're not going to get any money, but it's almost like I'm 90% sure they're not going to get any money from it. If they did, that'd be amazing, but...
I think they're going to get a handshake or an email.
Congratulations, we published that game finally.
They're going to get a very slight bow.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're at, like, when they heard about this, like, I wonder what their reaction was. Like, are you fucking serious? I'm old. I'm dying. And this happens?
I doubt it, to be honest.
I think those janitors were walking, like, getting in the broom closet looking for some shit, and they knocked over, like, an old, like, fucking, an old broom, and behind it there was just a little fucking cartridge that had the assets to Star Fox 2.
The janitors are the original people who made Star Fox 2.
And they're just working there as janitors now, because...
And that's why they're assholes.
Yep.
Look at that.
Wow. What fucking full circle. With that, is there any last things we want to say about this?
Secret of Mana.
I also second Secret of Mana.
The only thing I actually want to say about these is even though they're neat, I really wish they would allow updates or downloads to expand the libraries on them. But that
I agree.
But that is it. You could buy a Switch for that though. Soon. So that's
it'd be awesome if they had like a little Wi-Fi thing or like even a little plug-in for an Ethernet cable and be able to download
just a flash drive plug-in.
This also does open the door though for version 2s later down the road that they can resell for $80 though. So.
Well, according to analysts, fucking there might be a N64. That's what it's called. Classic that might come next.
Well,
we already speculated on that a long time ago. So
how far do you think they're gonna go with this?
I doubt they'd go to GameCube. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to get like a even smaller GameCube, but...
Well, the Wii can play GameCube games.
Yeah, but they'd have to all be internalized on it.
So
but I guess...
This plays Dreamcast games.
But SD cards nowadays can be huge anyway, so it's possible.
Do you think they'd ever do a Game Boy one?
That'd be cool.
Not like a handheld version, but something that you can connect to your TV.
What if it was fucking handheld and just played like a shitload of old Game Boy games?
The Switch?
Yeah. Yeah, what if they made the Switch? I think it's going to do it for this episode of Taste Tuesday on Taste Loop Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Taste Loop Gaming. Check out the streams on the channel. I promise I'm going to do them. If you missed them, you are missing them because I'm not doing them, but I'm gonna. But if you missed them, they're uploaded. So make sure to check them out if you missed them. And check them out on Twitch, Tasty_fruit. And my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until the next episode, which will be this Friday, will be Plus Club. We'll be talking about Life is Strange. Life is hella strange. Hella strange. And Killing Floor 2. Have a good week, guys, and take it easy. Secret of Mana. Damn. I didn't even see you move. I was like, there's a ghoul in my ear.